Aloha, my name is Lisa Yang. I am the founder of Journey to Fitness. And besides teaching about self-care and posture, I love also teach people how to eat healthy. And one of the biggest thing I really push with my client is to eat their leafy greens. We don't eat enough leafy greens. We eat broccolis or cauliflower or cabbage, but the leafy dark green is where a lot of nutrients it's in, like irons and magnesium that helps with cramps, and deep fibers that help you with your regular bowel movement and just give you energy and overall, because our cells, if we're not eating food that's high value nutrients, then we always feel we're hungry. So the biggest thing of eating leafy greens, it helps you stay full and satisfied, so you don't look for things that are unhealthy around the house. And if you do eat things that are unhealthy, you eat a lot less than if you were to not eat any leafy greens. So today I'm going to show you how to make a yummy, sweet and salty kale salad. What you would need is vinegar. This is Bragg's vinegar, any type of apple cider vinegar. Then we have olive oil, sesame seed oil, honey, black pepper, salt, roasted sesame seed, and the kale. I'm all about quick and simple, so I don't really want to wash any vegetable or chop anything. So this is from Whole Food, and this brand is the organic kale salad. It's the Sensation Fresh brand, Harvest Sensation. So let's start off with the Bragg's vinegar, apple cider vinegar. So I'm just gonna put about, I'm always just eyeballing, 3 tablespoons. So 3 tablespoons of vinegar. And then this is olive oil, and I use extra virgin olive oil. And I'm gonna put equal part, about 3 tablespoons of olive oil, extra virgin. The reason why you want extra virgin, because it's the first squeeze in the olives, so you get the most high dense nutrient compared to just olive oil, and it's like the 3rd or 4th squeeze. Next, we have just a dash of sesame oil to give it that little extra flavor. So maybe about a teaspoon. And then we have honey. And I like to put lots of honey. So about same thing, equal part, 3. And I'm gonna mix this up. Once I mix it up, because the honey can get quite sticky, just wanna mix it up with the olive oil and the vinegar. I'm gonna put pepper and salt. This is a black pepper. And for salt, I really don't buy the iodine salt, the Morton salt. It's not as good for you as something like this. And this one has about 42 minerals in that the body really needs to help you hydrate and prevent cramping and all type of other health issues. So lots of minerals from this salt. And it keeps the water in your body, so if you drink a lot of water and you have to urinate all the time, your body's not absorbing that water. So having a little salt, this type of salt, will keep that water in your system. And then I'm just gonna mix it up. And that's it. I'm gonna add the leafy greens in here. This is about half a bag. And so this requires a little bit of massaging of the kale. Kales are very fibrous, leafy green. It doesn't taste good if you just eat it directly raw. So when we massage it with some salt and olive oil, the kale softens up and the flavor of the vegetable comes out much more tasty. So this requires about 2 to 3 minutes of massaging that salad. So you don't have to use the tongue if it's just you and your family member. Just wash your hand, and you can use your hands to massage. It's a little easier, because if you have issue with your hands, this could be quite challenging and be painful, and you get tired. So using your hand is totally fine. Just make sure you wash your hand real good. But I'm trying to really get the dressing soak into the leafy greens, and that requires some time to keep going back and forth. And if you want, switch hands. It might be more challenging, but it's a good way to challenge the brain and work on the weaker side of your opposite hand. It might not be as easy, but it's a good way to, I'm making a mess of myself here, but it's a good way to challenge and work on the hand that the non-dominant hand that we don't really work and use. So, you know when it's ready, it's when the kale is softened up and the color of the kale is slightly a little darker because of the dressing. So in this kale, there's also shredded cabbage and purple cabbage. The purple cabbage is very high in nutrient too. The darker the vegetable, the higher dense nutrient. And plus it's a little less boring. And finally, I'm gonna finish off with some roasted sesame seed. This really makes it pop, makes it really tasty. And I like to add lots of sesame seed. I just roasted the sesame seed in a dry pan. And I always have it in the refrigerator. I make extra. And that's it. This is a yummy sweet and salty kale salad. I'm gonna put it, just gonna plate it. And what you can do is make it more colorful. You can add pomegranate seeds in here. You can put sliced apple in here, maybe put some walnut too if you want. It's really up to you what kind of other type of food you want to add into this dish. So try it and see what you think. So because we don't have a microwave here, I was going to make another dish I want to show you. It's one of my ultimate favorite. So I'm just going to explain it because we don't have a microwave in this studio. So what we will need is a few items. I love eating juk. It's a Chinese rice soup, but it takes about 2-3 hours to boil that rice over and over again. So what I do is I try to make it healthy and quick, and I use Cricket Minute Oats, oatmeals. And what I do is I put this in a microwave, about like 1/3 of a cup with some water, 1/3 cup of oatmeal with 1 cup of water, and I microwave it in a big bowl so it doesn't overflow. Once the oatmeal is cooked and it's more on the watery side, then I add some canned salmon. This is a pink canned salmon, just a little bit of it. And then I add some green onion and some shredded grated ginger, and a little bit sesame oil, and a little bit of this pink salt, and you get juk in 3 minutes. You gotta try this recipe, it's so good. And you can't go wrong. If it's too watery, add more oatmeal to thicken it up. If it's too thick, add more water. So try it out and see what you think. Thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful day. Aloha.